Behind me is the campground where 3 people were found in a tent and no sign of who did it.
On the early morning of July 22, 2022, the tranquility of Makokita Cave State Park was shattered by the sound of gunshots. Shortly after, a frantic 911 call was made by Cecilia Sherwin, who encountered a young boy looking for help.
Jackson County 911, where's your emergency?
Makokita Caves.
Makokita Caves?
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on out there?
Shooting. And he said that his parents were shot in the blood.
Oh, I don't know if that's his fault.
He doesn't know if they're shot. But scary.
I woke up and there was someone in black clothes, and they had a weapon, and my sister was screaming.
Did you hear any shots, or what kind of weapon did he have?
I think it was some kind of small gun.
What is your name?
Cecilia Sherwin. You're the park ranger?
Okay, you go ahead and talk to him, okay?
Hey, thank you very much.
When authorities arrived, they were met with a horror scene. Tyler and Sarah Schmidt, along with their 6-year-old daughter Lula, were found brutally murdered in their tent. Tyler had suffered gunshot and stab wounds. Sarah had been stabbed multiple times, and Lula had been shot and strangled. 9-year-old Arlo was the sole survivor. Police found Anthony Sherwin, the alleged perpetrator and caller's son, nearby, dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. But his family strongly disagrees, despite the official conclusion. They have pointed out inconsistencies that raise doubt about his involvement. Firstly, they describe Anthony as non-violent, with no apparent motive to harm the Schmidt family. Secondly, there are alleged discrepancies in the physical evidence. The boy described the assailant as wearing black clothing, but Anthony was reportedly wearing green shorts at the time of his death, which were given to him by his mother, Cecilia Sherwin, the day before. She also mentioned that her son sustained 2 gunshot wounds, with the first likely being debilitating. This has led her to question how he could have managed to shoot himself a second time if the first gunshot was as incapacitating as believed. Additionally, the Sherwin family has sought information about whether the gun found with Anthony was the same weapon used in the killings of the Schmidt family. Their inquiries for a ballistics match have reportedly been unanswered. They believe that the alleged attacker may have actually been a victim of homicide himself. The Sherwins suspect that Anthony could have been killed by someone else, which could explain some of the inconsistencies in the evidence and lack of clear motive. The family has requested an independent review of the case, hoping to clarify the events that led to their son's and the Schmidt family's death. They feel that the investigation has not been thorough or transparent enough to provide closure. In fact, they haven't even told the Sherwin family where in the park Anthony died. But to date, the Sherwin family has struggled to obtain full investigative reports and autopsy details, further complicating their quest for closure. Public records requests have been denied. The community rallied around young Arlo, with a GoFundMe campaign raising significant support. He is being raised by his extended family. A young local woman was kidnapped and held for hours, as she was forced to drive her captor around town. Desperate for help, she called 911 but instead was met with ridiculous demands from the dispatcher.
911, where is your emergency?
Blaine, Florida.
Okay, what's the address? Okay, and is this a house or an apartment?
It's a house.
Okay, what's going on here this morning?
I just got carjacked by a gentleman and kept against my will for a while, and he stopped my car and he took all my money and he just
How long ago did this happen, ma'am?
I don't even know what time it is. Sometime out around 1 o'clock.
At around 1 o'clock?
Yes, sir.
What was the delay in reporting it?
I had to walk home. I just wanted to get home to my son. So I just walked all the way home. They took my phone. They took everything. I had no way to get a hold of anybody. There's nobody out on the street. Nobody rude. I can get out of nothing.
Let me just clarify. It did not happen at your address, did it?
No, sir. I was
Where did it happen?
the road. On Beersford.
Where on Beersford?
Heading towards 1792.
Beersford, 1792?
Mm.
Okay, let me just clarify here. This was in DeLand. Was it out of business or?
No, sir. He just jumped in my car and told me that if I did everything that he said, and I was assumed that I would come out.
Were you driving on Beersford when this happened, or?
Yes, sir. And he saw my car.
Were you driving? What direction were you driving?
Towards 1792 from Beersford. East, I guess.
Well, they intersect. So, I mean, were you driving eastbound and somebody randomly came up to the car and carjacked you?
I stopped at the four-way sign and I didn't see him. He just jumped in my car.
Okay.
Let me drive around for a while.
Were you in the process of driving home, or?
I was heading to the store to get some cigarettes.
What store?
Whichever one was open. I'm new to DeLand. I'm not familiar with the area.
Okay, so you were traveling eastbound on East Beersford Avenue towards 1792 at approximately 1 a.m. And when you were stopped at the intersection there, that's when you were carjacked?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you're calling now?
Yes,
correct? Okay. Because this happened in the city, well, I just have to clarify something for you. Because this happened in the city of DeLand, it would actually be investigated by the DeLand Police Department. You live in a county area of DeLand, so the DeLand Police Department won't respond out to meet with you to take a report. You're going to have to respond to DeLand to meet with the unit, the city limits. Do you have transportation? Do you have transportation to meet with the unit?
My car. They just took my car.
Is somebody else with you there? Do they have a vehicle?
No, they don't.
Okay. The closest area for the city limits is at the intersection of Beersford and 15A. That's the city limits boundary. You need to return to the city limits to make the report. We can't have a DeLand police officer leave the jurisdiction to meet with you to take a report.
So you're telling me I have to walk down the street after I just got carjacked and almost assaulted, that you want me to go back outside into the dark and walk to go meet
I can request to have a Volusia County Sheriff's Office contact you, and they can advise you about the investigation limits. They can't go outside their jurisdiction. However, I can have a Volusia County Sheriff's Office unit call you if you'd like.
Yes, please.
Okay, let me get your name.
Yeah, can I give you my license plate number and somebody can start looking for my car now? That's the only thing in the world I own. I have a child.
Okay, let me just clarify your spelling of your first name. Is it?
Yes.
And is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what's the phone number for you? You know your tag number?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead with that. Okay. And what type of vehicle is it? Okay. Okay, I want you to get a little bit more detail. You said you were carjacked. Do you remember what the suspects looked like?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what do they look like?
He was African American.
Was it just one person?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What was he wearing?
He was wearing a black tank top and camouflage shorts.
Did he have a weapon?
Yes, sir.
Or did you say no?
Yes, he did not have a weapon. Just
okay. Do you know how old he looked, if you had to guess?
30 to 40, maybe.
40s? Okay.
30 to 40, shaved head.
Okay. Shaved head. What about height, weight, if you had to guess?
Height, maybe like 5'8" to 5'9", and weight, I don't know, maybe like 160 pounds. I'm not sure. I'm not good at estimating.
And do you remember what direction the vehicle was last been going?
Last time I saw my vehicle, it was in a subdivision by Beersford and 15A.
I'm sorry, one more time. What was the direction of travel of the vehicle?
It wasn't moving. I had to get out of the vehicle to get away so that I didn't get...
Okay, so did he threaten to hurt you?
Yes, he did.
So when you left the area of that intersection, where did you go and where was the light? So you last saw it at that intersection stopped on the road?
No, it was in a subdivision at like Beersford and 15A.
Okay, so did it continue westbound when he took the car?
I don't know. I didn't look back.
What was the subdivision name? Do you remember?
No, I don't. It's like right behind the gas station at 15A in Beersford.
Okay, so did this happen at 15A in Beersford, or did it happen at 1792 in Beersford? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I was heading towards 1792 on Beersford. I stopped at a four-way stop, and the gentleman jumped in my car.
Okay, so was the intersection? So while you're, I just want to clarify, because if you were traveling at the intersection, if you were stopped at the intersection of Beersford and 15A where this occurred, then that would be able to have a unit come out to you now.
No.
Is that where this happened, or was it at the other intersection you originally stated?
It was further down Beersford where he carjacked me, where
was it in between? Okay, let me just clarify. Was it in between 15A and 1792?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know which intersection it was at, or you're not sure of it?
I think it was Clara.
Clara. Okay, yeah, there's Clara right. Yeah, that's right before there. Were you traveling? You were the eastbound line. Okay. That might be jurisdiction of that. Hang on one second here. I know I apologize for the jurisdictional battle, but we do have to make sure that we get the correct location of the incident. And the subdivision that he went into was right north of this location or south of this location? Was it south?
Where is 15A in Beersford compared to Clara and Beersford? Is that south or north? I'm not sure, sir.
15A, Beersford.
Okay, so you're not sure what subdivision he went into?
No, sir, I don't know. My roommate says it's called Candlelight Oaks. That's
okay,
where
Candlelight
he
Oaks.
pulled in and he tried to assault me, and I got out of the car and just took off and said, keep the car.
All right, Candlelight Oaks is just a little bit further. Was it possibly a little bit different location than Clara and Beersford, or was it definitely?
No,
because Candlelight Oaks is right at High Street in Beersford.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm new to the land. I don't know the area very well.
Okay, so we're not sure what the exact location was, but you believe it was. Would you be more confident in saying it would happen at Beersford and Clara, or the intersection right by Candlelight Oaks?
It definitely. I got carjacked at Clara and Beersford. He
okay.
used to drive all around, was threatening me, took my phone, took my money.
Okay, so he was with you for a little while.
Yes, sir. And then he had me pull in to that Candlelight Oaks or whatever and tried to assault me, took the keys in my car and tried to assault me, and I just left and came straight home.
So he stole your keys, your phone, your money?
My money, my cigarettes, everything, my entire car, my sort of car seat, everything.
Did he touch you at all?
Yes.
Did he hurt you, or did he just grab
no,
you?
He did not.
Okay, because
he tried to beat the out of me.
Okay, did you go to a hospital at all for treatment?
No, I came straight to the house and called 911, and that's all I've done.
So let me just clarify for the time lapse here, just so they know. How did you just walk home and you're just reporting it now?
Yes.
From the area of the Candle Oaks? Okay, when did he let you go?
I don't know however long it takes to walk from Candlelight Oaks to...
How long do you think, if you had to guess, how long ago this happened? Like, you were finally free to actually walk home? Like an hour, maybe? Did he have you for a few hours?
He had me for a few hours, but it wasn't... I don't know how long it took me to walk. I don't have a phone or a watch, anything. So I don't know.
Did you have to struggle to get away? Because, I mean, these would be charges that we'd have to hold against him if this is the case.
He said, oh, I'm just teaching you a lesson. Come back and get your keys. And I try and come get my keys, and he tried to grab me and, throw me down to the ground. And I just fought him off and ran. Do you know if he was at a certain location at the Candlelight Oaks, or you're not sure what number it was at? He just made me pull over by some playground. So you believe he's still in that area, possibly? I have no idea. With my car, you have to push a certain button or it won't start. And I don't know if he's aware of that or not. So my car might still be sitting there, or God knows where it is right now. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have somebody make contact with you. I believe since this actually occurred at the intersection that you said, Beersford and Clare, it will be a sheriff's office deputy that will be responding, okay? So I just want you to stay where you are, and we'll get somebody out there as soon as we can. It should not be long, okay? All right. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
The victim was on her way to the store when Anton Gardner kidnapped her. He demanded she drive to less populated areas, but the brave woman refused. Gardner then assaulted her and stole her belongings. Hours later, after the victim managed to escape and make the 911 call, the DeLand police responded. The woman then led the police back to the scene, where Gardner was arrested. He had a criminal history with more than 20 arrests. The incident led to an internal review of the 911 call handling by the Volusia County Sheriff's Office. The outcome of the review wasn't made public. A school principal had to call 911 during an event in fear of an attempted kidnapping.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
312 Fairground Road, St. Bridget School.
Okay, do you need police, fire, medical there?
I need police.
Okay, what's going on?
I have a trespasser. I have a gentleman here that has trespassed into our school open house asking questions and claiming to be the parent of a daughter, and he is not. And so I need a police officer to investigate and inquire. He's posing a threat.
How do we know that he is not a parent?
Because now I'm questioning him, and he's giving me names that is not a daughter. We have nobody here by that name. He gave us a different name, and now he's changing names. And the parent who he was questioning about that daughter is starting to get irate, which I don't blame him.
Yeah, hang on just a second, okay? Let me get him started. I'm going to ask you some more questions, okay?
Okay. I guess. So the police are on the way, so we don't have to get too far into it.
Are you looking for your daughter? Kind of just trying to figure out. Well, who are you here with today? Why are you here today?
Okay, what is he a white male, black male, Hispanic?
White male.
What's he wearing?
Blue T-shirt, blue cap, beard, dark beard.
Okay.
Black shorts.
Where is he at exactly? Like, is he inside of the school, in the parking lot?
We're outside the Parish Activity Center, which is the last building on the property.
You said the Parish Activity Center?
Yes.
Your first name is Reed? Reed what? It's what?
Police are on the way.
Did he give you a name?
Yes, his name is Reed Durant.
Durant? Okay.
Duran, Reed Duran, Duran.
How many of the classrooms you walked in?
Only walked in.
Did he come in a vehicle or on foot?
How'd you get here? Oh, he drove.
And did you see what kind of car he drove in, or?
What kind of car are you in?
A Hyundai Sonata.
What
Sonata.
color?
What color?
Burgundy.
Burgundy.
Okay, and is it just you two standing there?
Three of us.
Okay.
Tell me something you know. You haven't seen her, you've never met her? Honestly,
is that the parent?
Yes.
Is he able to just separate? That way we can kind of keep it peaceful.
Yeah.
We'll have an officer go and speak with him.
All right. They want us to separate right now, gentlemen.
Yeah, I want you to stay with Reed, and I want the parent to kind of go somewhere else, just to make sure that we're keeping it peaceful. And we'll have an officer come and speak with them also.
We'll wait on the officer. Thank you.
When police arrived on the scene, they interviewed 35-year-old Reed Duran in the parking lot, where he gave different stories about why he was at the school. Eventually, he admitted that he went to kidnap a child. The man then voluntarily agreed to go with the officers. While in an interview room, Duran attempted to stab a Xenia officer with a pen. The incident was caught on a surveillance camera.
Put your unit up here. Put your hands behind your back now.
Okay.
The 35-year-old later told an officer that he planned to give a child laced sweets in order to remove them from the school. Duran was claiming he was the parent of one of the little girls, whose real father was at the event as well. Principal Terry Adkins had escorted him out of the building before calling the police. Duran was charged with attempted kidnapping, felonious assault, and escape. He was found competent to stand trial. Then, in March 2024, a grand jury returned a split verdict. The 35-year-old was found guilty of felonious assault on a peace officer and escape. However, he was found not guilty of attempted kidnapping by reason of insanity. Reed Duran faces 19 to 24 and a half years for the felony counts, and the court will decide if he should be placed in a mental institution. Thanks to the family dog, Buddy, this call has a happy ending.
911, what's your emergency?
Hey, my name is Doug. I live all the way down Mitchell Road, almost to River Road.
Uh-huh.
And I was out in my garage, and I thought I heard what sounded like a little girl crying. So it got louder and louder.
Is it a little boy?
I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but there's a dog that's with this kid. And
what's the address,
like I said,
sir? Uh-huh.
Okay.
What's your name, sir?
Here, yes.
Okay.
Like I said, I was outside in my garage, and I could hear a kid crying. And I tried to approach, but there's a dog with the kid, so I don't want to approach it and get.
I understand. We're out looking for him. You're at.
Yes, ma'am. It's a little blonde-haired. Look, I thought it was a girl.
Right, with long hair. Yeah. What's your last name, Doug?
My name's.
Okay. Hold on.
So you're all looking for him right now?
Yes. Live up to 319.
Yeah. I'm right. I'm right.
Stay on the line with me.
Okay.
Just stay on the phone with me 1 moment, please.
Sure. Hey, they're going to come find you, okay? It's going to be all right. It's okay. Hey, just stay right there. It's going to be okay. All right? They're going to bring you right back home.
That's 10-4. I have a call, a landline on 911 that has located the signal 47, but he advised the dog won't let him approach the signal 47. It's going to be at. Okay. Let me get your phone number, please.
This is a cell phone that I'm on right now because I'm outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's
okay. All right. I'm going to just stay landline here with you. My officers say they're not far from your location.
okay. Yeah, because like I said, they just they had cleared this 40 acres of pine about a year ago, and I guess the kid was wandering. I don't know which way he came. I just heard some crying, and it sounded like it was a little distant, but I don't hear anybody, So then it got louder, and so I walked to go try to walk because I was out in, my garage, and I walked around the other side of the house to where the edge of where the clearing is, and I could see the kid there. Kid's kind of freaking out.
I know it. They out looking for him.
And I would.
But I understand the dog won't let you approach.
Yeah, well, hey, at least he's got his buddy with him. Well, I'm actually glad I decided to go outside and clean the car.
Thank God you did.
I was debating on putting it off till tomorrow, but I'm like, nah, let me go out there and vacuum it out.
Mm-hmm.
I might not have hurt him.
I know. So glad you did.
I tell you, it's so scary with kids because they can run so quick.
Right, that's true. He was outside playing with some other siblings and wandered off. Do you see any deputies pulling up there to your place, sir?
I'm actually around the back, so yes, I do.
You do?
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
You're not hurt? Huh? We 10-12? 47 live 10-12.
Responding swiftly to the call, deputies and investigators, aided by K-9 units from Sewanee Correctional Institution, descended upon the neighborhood, determined to bring the lost child home safely.
You okay? Are you hurt anywhere? Let me see. You okay?
Then, a concerned neighbor spotted the child and Buddy nestled in the woods. But the beloved pet, ever the loyal protector, stood guard, refusing to let anyone near the child. Eventually, with much patience and perseverance, the deputies managed to coax the duo out and reunited them with the panicked mom. In a heartwarming twist, the sheriff's office took to Facebook to share the tale, celebrating the heroic actions of man's best friend and the vigilant neighbor who played a pivotal role in the happy ending. For more True 911 calls, watch this episode next.